What's up, ladies and gents, and welcome to Humankind. It finally released, and I didn't want to buy it, and now I did. Well, you know how it goes sometimes, and I think let's just jump right into it. I have not played this yet. As you can see, we are right here in the starting screen. And I have not read anything about it. I have not watched any of it. I have not prepared in any way whatsoever. Because I thought, well, our first impressions should be shared and I don't want to be spoiled. I just want to jump into it. So this is not any sort of guide or how to play this or how to do that. This is just straight up first impressions, first jumping into the game. The music is kind of annoying me, but I don't have any options here yet. I mean, I can open this, but there are subtitles are good. What select reorder if enable select depending on whatever. I have never played a game ever before in my life. Obviously I haven't played Humankind before, but I should probably pick this, but whatever. Let's start with this. Empire color, well, obviously red. Empire symbol. If you didn't know, red is my favorite color, so now you know. Empire symbol. We could go full hypocrite and pick the peace symbol. I'll pick this. Actually, red and the Soviets, that fits, right? It's fitting, I think. God, this will trigger someone. I don't care. Change avatar. What the? I don't really care, to be honest. There's not really... I don't know, that's... You lost an eye, you don't see very well. Are you Kratos? No, you are very much not. Why are you all ugly? Jesus. You? You look crazy. You look crazy as well. You look very angry. I don't want to say anything. You look like a witch. You look kind of friendly. I guess we'll pick you. What was that, a thank you or what? Back. I mean, you don't look like the leader of the Soviet Union, but none of them did, so, you know. Neolithic area, nomadic tribe. He looks at plain. Is that... Is it just me or are pyramids just amazing? I have never played a historical strategy game, or any game whatsoever. I'm completely new to all games. I have never played anything, or at least I play like I have. Oh well. In the background, so maybe that has an impact on the loading times.
Most of which are about rocks and ice at sub-zero temperatures in a vacuum. Rather boring. However, on a small
Something
damp
seemed
rock,
to be missing.
there is a story that bears a second look. It's your story. But the first 4 billion years or so mostly concern amino acids. Not much of a page turner. But then, over time, the amino acids bond together and things start to get interesting and a bit drier. certain subspecies of hominid discovers that you can do more with a sharp rock than annoy your little brother. Tools and weapons are invented. The hominids begin to cooperate. Fire becomes a servant rather than an unpredictable force of nature. They learn to tan the skins of animals for clothing. They learn ways to record and probably exaggerate their adventures. Eventually, these tribes learn to build shelters and immediately hold the first barbecue parties. This is the dawn of humankind. Struggle and cooperation have been rewarded. The Neolithic era draws to a close. The whole world beckons. This tribe has come far, but the rest of their story is your story. You are the one who will build them into a great civilization. How far will you push humankind?
Knowing me, probably
A
to
new
extinction.
era, a new epoch. While your tribe looks to you for leadership, the weight of all those future, unborn generations also weighs upon your decisions. What sort of lives will they have?
Miserable ones? Probably. Welcome to Humankind. Welcome to Amplitude Studios Humankind. I don't care what your studio is called, but so be it. This is the beginning of a journey that will see you leave your mark on history. Okay. Hints. New to strategy games? Not really, but I thought picking it doesn't hurt. Daunted by the idea of learning their mechanics? Very much so, yes. Normally I make videos explaining them. Don't worry, we've got you covered. This hint is the first in a series that will help you to get started. There's no hint yet. You only need to understand a bit of everything to have fun. With time you will come to master the most advantages. For now, keep calm and follow it. What the hint is to keep calm, or what's the hint here? Neolithic goal. Your first objective is to survive the Neolithic area and earn your first era star. Well, I can't throw nukes around, so we should be fine. Era stars measure your achievements in the game. We will cover them in more detail soon. This looks a lot like Civ. Camera move. Use my mouse? No, the left mouse button, I think that is. To drag the world map, we use right, left, up, down to pan the camera over the map. Oh god. Use the mouse wheel, I think that is, to zoom in and out of the map. Yeah. Wee. You can zoom really far. Now it looks like EU4. But you haven't played any of those games. Of course not. Should I move them here? Probably have to click them, right? Movement points. How familiar. A unit, and by extension an army, has a certain number of movement points to spend each turn. Okay. Oh god. Army panel. This panel shows information about the selected army, name, status, and strength, as well as available actions and composition. A tribe isn't really an army, is it? Disorganized but still effective with their simple weapons and hand-to-hand combat. Plus 20 health regeneration from tribe. Well, and that's like their... Yeah, plus 10 that's their strength, 12. No, veterans, we haven't done anything yet. Especially when it gathers food for fighting and ransacking in order to multiply. Okay. This panel shows information we did already. An army has limited amount of unit slots, which are displayed in the composition section. Well, probably these four, right? Maybe? Or these? No, those are attack. Composition, yeah, with 4. Take some time to familiarize yourself with what your armies can do for you. We will cover this in more detail soon. That's what you always say. Moving armies. To move an army, select it, press the move button. Do I really have to press the move button, or can I just automatically? Yeah, we can directly right click. Thank you. Moving to the destination tile might take more than one turn. The number of turns is shown on the ground. That's right here. That's the ground of the globe. Or the flat earth. we'll see what we are. This flag looks a bit weird. Keep an eye on your army's movement. Why am I blue now? Didn't I pick red? Oh well. Keep an eye on your army's movement points. They will be replenished when ending the turn. Okay. I want to go here because there's...
Though next time, it
something.
might be better if you washed it first.
Truth be told, I'm eating wild berries as well, and I'm not washing them, so... Like, I don't want to carry them home. I find them and then I, you know, eat them. You found a curiosity. But like goodie huts or... Wild berries providing +5 food on hunting party. Acknowledge. Gather food by collecting food curiosities. If you reach a stock of 20, a new unit will join your army. That sounds good. I guess we'll go here then. Freshwater harvest. Curiosity collected. You find a curiosity. Freshwater harvest providing +15 food on hunting party. Well, how lucky. That gets us to 20. Who would have thought that? So we now have 2 tribes. Alright, end the turn. I guess we'll go here next.
This way.
A science
If you learn
curiosity.
nothing else,
Okay.
you could learn what killed them.
What? You found a curiosity ancient encampment providing +2 science and +5. Purple has always been culture, but I'm not entirely. Influence, okay. Your current influence. It can be spent on merging cities, claiming cultural wonders, and expanding your empire by placing or attaching outposts. Okay. Knowledge star. Discover curiosities to accrue 10 science. Current 2. This will also unlock Neolithic legacy trade. Era stars unlocked this turn would grant 100 something. And now I can send them as an army. Okay. End the turn. Can I go on to here? The resource extraction is locked. You need to research bronze working after entering the ancient era. Can I do anything?
Nee, ich glaube nicht. Ich glaube, die schmeißen dich nur zum Anfang zurück. Weil du von einer Hand in die nächste reingeworfen bist.
It doesn't seem like I can do anything yet. Like in Civ, you just found a city right away, right? And I'm not entirely sure that's the case here as well. Next turn we pick up more food. We have nuts providing +10 food. And the nutting skill. You found a curiosity, freshwater harvest, providing +15 food. So it gives us a third. Are they connected now, or do I send them separately? Claim territory, found new outposts in any neutral territory, consumes all of the army's movement points. What does that do? Should I do that? Claimed. Well, claiming territory sounds pretty good, right? World deed accomplished. You achieved the following deed. Be the first to discover Kavaijin? Something like that? We found an ancient encampment. That gives us 2 science and 5 things. Influence. This was... Yeah, I don't care. Your tribe gains science for your science to earn a star. Gather food to grow your population. Every time a food meter is full, a new unit is added. Outposts. Now they tell us. Your tribe has enough influence to found its first outpost. Outposts are crucial to the development of your early empire because they allow you to claim territories outlined by white dotted lines on the map. So this territory is all of this, like all the way up there to this pretty young lady. No, that's a fish. I thought it was a... You know what. Events will occur during the game based on how you play and how you shape your empire. It is up to you to choose how to respond to these historical challenges. Carefully review the proposed choices and make the best possible decision for you and your people. Click here to see more about the event. Urgent affairs require your attention. Fame.
Einfach so.
Well, I could use some fame, then people would actually watch this. Fame rewards the deeds of your tribe as tales of their accomplishments echo through the wilderness. In the Neolithic era, gain fame by discovering natural wonders or earning one of the 3 possible Eurostars: population, science, hunting. Earn as much fame as possible to leave your mark on history and win the game. So you win by being the most famous? I mean, it makes sense, but, you know. We will cover fame in more detail when you reach the ancient era.
Oh, habe ich die Kugel um mich rum?
Oh, it tells you the spots in which it's possible, or what? Well, this one looks better, right? How to gain era stars. There are 3 ways to gain your first era star: either increase your population, gather science from science curiosities, or hunt down wild animals. In order to gain units and increase your population, gather food through hunting wild animals and foraging food curiosities. Counters measure your progress in the Empire banner in the upper left corner of the screen. Hover over them to get more details. Did I now do that? Yeah, I think I did. A world aflame. In the distance, a thin cord of smoke cuts into the clear blue skies. Fire calling a few tribesmen, you run closer, the smell of cindered bark and burning pine growing stronger with each footfall. You spy dancing flames and suddenly find yourselves on the edge of a settlement on fire. Many of the structures are ablaze, but even with the smoke and flames, you can see these abodes are marvels of craftsmanship. You're about to direct your men to put out the fires with loose soil, when you see short, shadowed figures running away, youths. They could become part of your tribe if you give chase now, but what would mean losing these secrets of construction? But that would mean losing these secrets of construction. What is your choice? Chase. Raw numbers will help us more when building techniques at this time. New army, refugees next to hunting party. Understanding how to build stronger settlements will be vital in the future.
Da geht jemand, ist jemand gegangen.
City defense reserve. I don't think we need that in this particular tutorial. I think it makes more sense to do this. If you're struggling with any mechanic or notion in the game, make sure you check out our tutorial videos. Simply select the tutorial videos from the game menu. I thought making these was my job. I hate when developers do my job. Preparing for battle. Before you choose to attack an army, wild animal, or city, you can preview the balance of power between your 2 armies. In order to do so, select your attacking army and hover over the defending army. Hover slightly longer to preview the battle area and deployment zones.
Earth gives us strength.
Your side is stronger overall. Will you stand and fight? Victory will be yours if you eliminate all enemy units, otherwise the defender will win by default. Battle is about to begin. You can still retreat if you feel victory is out of your reach, otherwise press the manual battle button to enter the unit deployment phase. Note that you can also instantly resolve a battle. In this case, the computer will play in your stead, which can be useful to quickly resolve battle that you are sure to win. On the other hand, you may want to manually resolve battles that you are not certain you will win. Select the option you wish to go for. I think we'll go for a manual battle right now because we have never done this before. Units are waiting for your deployment. And deployment. A number of battle rounds is played every turn. The number of remaining turns and rounds can be found at the top panel. Round 1 of 3. So it's quite the aggressive deer. I mean, we are losing a little bit, but
Dann kommen dann die ersten.
cannot be done as it is not your turn. I could have attacked, right? I just let them do it. I don't know.
Wow, mit Robin fühle ich mich da irgendwie sicherer.
I don't know. We lost 25% life, and that's it. What is this? This is a little bad. Spoils you gained, I think? Yeah, some of this coloring is a little bit off. Alright. Influence. Every empire has traditions and customs that can spread from territory to territory. In Humankind, this propagation is known as cultural influence or influence. There are many ways you can earn or spend influence in the game. In the Neolithic era, earn influence by hunting or discovering science curiosities. You can then use influence to found your first outpost and take control over territories. Didn't I order them to do that? Do we now end the turn, or can you probably can't do anything right now?
By building an outpost, claiming territory is this easy. The trick, of course, is keeping it.
So this is now the area. So an outpost is like a city, or we found 5 food, which is good. I mean, the trick is keeping it. Okay, I get that much. I think everyone does. But wait, where is it? Oh, it's okay. Yeah, we don't have like tech or however that is formed. You found a curiosity ancient encampment, providing +3 science and +5 influence.
Ja.
I mean, we have taken this area here.
Kann ich das nächste suchen?
And it seems to end here, so probably going over. What is this? A rich, diverse habitat with plenty to sack. This is a breeding ground for peaceful wildlife who range the surrounding area. Ransack animal sanctuaries to gain large amounts of food and prevent animals from spawning in the area. To ransack a sanctuary, select an army, press the ransack button in the army panel and select the tile where the sanctuary is located. Ransacking the sanctuary might take a few turns to complete. Question. If it stops animals from spawning, it's a short-term gain, costing us a long-term food income, or am I viewing this wrong? If you know, feel free to tell me. Well, I should have. Whatever. Whoa. You guys. And more food. We got an era star. The Grove Star. Ransack successful.
Wenn du sie nicht brauchst, würde ich sie.
Your spoils are displayed in the pin above the ransack tile. 20 food. It's pretty good, isn't it? And we got nuts again. You've ransacked an animal sanctuary. The ransack spoils are displayed in a pin above a tile. No wild animal will spawn in the area anymore. Well, I'm not entirely sure that's good though, but... A cultural milestone. You have unlocked a Neolithic era star, allowing you to move to the ancient era and choose your first culture. This will provide you with bonuses and unlock new gameplay possibilities. Press the Empire button in the Empire banner at any time to access the culture selection screen. Can I get more stars? Like if I complete these? Or should I just go to the next era? That is something I wonder. Like if I know... You may not pick a culture for the next era. Okay. Violent pursuits. The last winter was especially harsh, the ground hard and the frost chilling to the bone. In the heart of the settlement, the tribe huddled close to share warmth through the coldest days. But for some it wasn't enough. Some needed to get their blood flowing, and they found a means through violent games. Grappling, fighting, contests of strength and endurance. One contest where the opponents fight with hidebound fists has gained quite a following, to the point that the outpost's usual foraging missions are under threat. What is your say on this new pursuit? We encourage it. The toughening of the tribe is worth a cost to our foraging capacity. +2 combat strength on unit, -5 food. Forbid. These games will be forbidden. The tribe encouraged to stay warm by foraging faster. And codify. We should allow these contests, but only at decreed times of year. -25% on domestication research cost. That one seems good. You've earned 1 era star and may now choose a new culture from next era. Evolve your civilization with a new culture for next year. I can probably get more of these stars, right? I'll just do it now, why not? Culture selection. Historically, empires have grown from both their idiosyncrasies and the diversity of cultures they have encompassed or come in contact with. In Humankind, you get to combine cultures to create your own empire with more than 1 million possible combinations. I'm sure we'll not do all of them. Here are cultures you can choose from for the ancient era. Take some time to browse through them at your own pace, then select one of them for more information. We already get more information. This icon represents the culture's affinity. There are 7 affinities in the game: estate, agrarian, builder, expansionist, merchant, militarist, scientist. We will look at culture details more closely on the confirmation screen. Take your time to familiarize yourself with this first set of cultures. Assyrians. They are expansionist. They focus on empire expansion, not necessarily through war, but probably still a good thing. Okay, Babylonians, what are you? Scientist, not surprising. Egyptian, builders, not surprising. Harpans, agrarian. Empire growth, population abundance, resource efficiency. Hittites, militarist, focused on waging and inciting wars. I like the Hittites. Mycenaeans, militarist as well. Nubians, Olmecs, aesthetic. Phoenicians, merchant, and the zoo. I think I want to go for the Egyptians. Builder empires receive more fame when earning Builder era stars. Can set cities into land raiser mode. All the money and science are converted into industry, so that's probably production. The mode lasts for at least 5 turns. I'm not entirely sure I need that. Can attract 1 population from each adjacent territory, city, or outpost. It will create a grievance against you for each impacted empire. Gains 5 stability when gaining population. And more fame when earning, well, makes sense. Or the Hittites. I don't really know. Well, I'm not really into that. Merchant? Not an exact. I don't know. I want to pick Egypt. I don't know. Kind of fitting, isn't it? Culture details. This is the culture's legacy trait, a gameplay modifier that will remain active until the very end of the game. Each culture has a different trait, and traits will add up as you progress through eras and combine more cultures. Grand Planners, +1 industry on tile producing industry. -10% district industry cost. Finally, an emblematic quarter and emblematic unit, both of which can only be built by this culture. Bear in mind that both might require a given technology and or particular resource to be built. Hover over the thumbnail illustrations to learn about any potential prerequisite. We have can be built once per territory, and here we have you need to research wheel, and then you need apparently a horse, from what it looks like. More to read. Afterwards I'll cut the first video, this is going on forever. I thought the tutorial would go a little bit quicker. Take some time to hover over different elements and, well, we did that. Confirm.
The challenges of a young civilization.
Or maybe that
It's
is
hard
the
keeping
first
up with the
tutorial.
neighbors when they have the wheel and you don't. Humankind learns quickly that everyone contributes. If you're terrified of wild animals, you can grow lentils or catch fish. Tribes settle towns. Towns develop markets, and markets begin the exchange of goods, services, and most important, rumors and hearsay. Entering this era as the Egyptians then? No prizes for guessing how you plan to leave your mark.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good ending for the first video, so we will see each other again in the next video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the first outlook at this new game, the first kind of impression. I mean, so far it's so easy, and I hope the tutorial won't take us too long. You never know. But until next time, farewell.